Morning, and it's your girl Anastasia Daniel from HERTRIBE Global. How are you and how is everybody doing today? Yes, yes, yes. It's a Tuesday, and I know it's already started, already looking busy. Yes. Today, my little one is graduating. She's graduating, and it's a big deal. So, yes, I'm a little like rush with I'm a mom, so get used to me. So welcome to Heart Tribe Global once again. My beautiful queen. One of the greatest gifts God has given to women is the ability to reinvent ourselves. So that is where my topic came from today. So today's topic is woman, learn the art of reinvention. You are allowed to become someone new more than once. Yes, you are. You are allowed to become someone new more than once. Why do I say this? Life changes, people change, seasons change, and sometimes you must change too. All right. Yes, many of us women we always feel guilty about evolving, and that is something I still don't understand. Why do you feel guilty to grow, to change, to become better, to become something new? Why? I don't know. Most of us women, we hold on to old version of ourselves. Why? Some of them will say because this is who I've always been. Some people will say because people expect me to stay the same. Are you sure? I've heard people say I am too old to start over. Come on now, we need to change that mindset. you know, some people say it's too late to become something different. It is never too late. It is never too late to become something different. But here's what I want you to know. God is God of new beginning. And growth often requires you to reinvent yourself. For you to grow, things has to change. Change will be constant in your life. If you say you want to grow, you have to be open to welcome change. Change is sometimes, most times not bad. All right? When I mean reinventing yourself, I'm not talking about you pretending to be somebody else. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Reinvention has nothing to do with you becoming a fake person. No, it is you becoming more aligned with who God has created you to be. Sometimes reinvention means you becoming more confident, you speaking up after so many years of silence, you setting healthy boundaries, you pursuing your dreams, that new dream you just had. You want to pursue it. It sometimes means you are learning new skills. Yeah. Healing from your old wounds or rediscovering joy in your life. And when you see yourself doing all these things, just know that you are not betraying yourself. What you are doing is you are growing. You are growing. Even if you don't, even Mother Nature itself reinvents itself. In America, we say we have 4 seasons, right? Winter becomes spring. And you know what? The seasons changes, and the seasons teaches us something beautiful. You know, when winter becomes spring, what happens? Seeds become flowers. Caterpillars become butterflies. Everything in creation start to transform. So why should you, as a woman, believe that you are not allowed to evolve, or you're not allowed to change, you're not allowed to be a different person? Now let's go to Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. I want you to know that everything about you as a woman is in the Bible. I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it because a lot of us are so gullible. We don't really know that the word of God permits certain things, as in to you as a woman. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 43 verse 19. And it says, behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. Listen, God is a God of impossible. A God of possibility. He can make impossibilities to be possible, to be possibilities. He said, I will make a way in the wilderness. Auntie, do you know what wilderness is? I will even, and rivers in the desert. Have you been to desert? You hear stories of the desert, people crossing the desert, how they die, no water. But he's going to create water, river, not even just water, river in the desert. That is the God we serve. You understand? God is always doing something new. Sometimes he begins by doing something new within us. But you have to be receptive to it. You have to open your heart and say, I want this something new. I want something new in my life. Do you understand? If you have allowed yourself go, maybe due to marriage, due to motherhood, and you sometimes sit and you crave that youth, that's your young self again. It's very possible. All you need to do is to do some change, like some changes in your life. If it's changes in the way you look, the way you dress, please go ahead and do it. If it's changes in your hairstyle, do it. If it's changing in your lifestyle, your diet, anything, change it. It's okay. My queens, I want you to hear this. You are not defined by your past mistakes or your old fears or your previous disappointments or what other people think you should be. You are not defined by that. You are allowed to become wiser, stronger, softer, and you are allowed to dream again. You are allowed to dream again. You know, Whether you believe it or not, the act of reinvention requires change, and change is okay. Transformation sometimes often may feel uncomfortable. People may not understand your growth. People may not understand the phase you are in. People may judge you. People may question you. People may even mock you. Some people may prefer the old version of you. But every season requires a different version of yourself. The woman who survived yesterday may need to become the woman who thrives tomorrow. Think about that. Today is Tuesday, and I have a challenge for you. I want you to ask yourself, what part of me needs renewal? What old beliefs should I release? What new habits should I embrace? What kind of woman do I want to become? Take your time and ask yourself that question. Because every day is another opportunity to begin again. Always remember that. Before we go, I have a Tuesday affirmation for you. I want you to say to yourself, I embrace growth and I welcome transformation. I am not trapped in my past. God is continually shaping me into the woman I am meant to become. It's very simple to say. This is something you direct to yourself. I want you to say to yourself, I embrace growth. And I welcome transformation. I am not trapped by my past. God is continually shaping me into the woman I am meant to become. Before we go, I want you to hear this. Remember, you are not a finished product. You are a masterpiece still being created. Do not fear change. Do not fear growth. Do not fear becoming. The beautiful thing about being a woman is that God gives you permission to bloom more than once. Yes. So this Tuesday, I want you to do this. Reinvent boldly. Learn courageously. Dream freely. Dream as big. Let your dream be big, okay? And grow intentionally, because the woman you are becoming may be even more beautiful than the woman you have been. You know what? Keep evolving, my queens. The next version is waiting for you. And I remain your girl, Anastasia Daniel from HERTRIBE Global. Have an amazing Tuesday. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.